And immediately started fantasizing about if that happened now. If I was with my mom and some dude came beating on the car. Whoops. My guy, you picked the wrong vehicle today, didn't you? Whoops.
Welcome back to Secondhand Therapy. We want to remind you that we are not therapists. We are not licensed professionals. Please don't listen to us. We are very dumb. Don't take our advice. And this is not a substitute for actual therapy.
This is not professional advice.
That's
in
right.
any way.
We have a Patreon, and we would love for you to join us over there. You can check us out at
Patreon.com/secondhandtherapypod. It'd be a great way to support the podcast. We have merch available at secondhandtherapypod.com.
You better get it now. We're getting ready to wipe it, and we got a fall line coming out.
And we actually found a new supplier, and our prices went down. So if you've been eyeing an emotional support hoodie or a definitely go to therapy hoodie, they used to be $60, and they are now
$44. That's right. The magic 44.
44. So, they're much cheaper. Go get a hoodie, support the pod. We'd appreciate it. If you want to contact us, you can do so at secondhandtherapypod@gmail.com. And you can text us or call us. We're not going to answer. You can leave a voicemail or text us, 818-850-2448. Thank you for being here. We love you. Here's the episode. We actually got a great text.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I just saw it today. They sent it Thursday. I just saw it today, but it was I don't have anyone else to talk to right now.
Oh, no.
Kind of text. Yeah.
Oh, man. Those are the best and the worst.
Yeah, I was looking at it. I was like, I wish I had seen this sooner. And also, what do I say?
Yeah.
But.
I'm excited. Is that weird that I'm excited to see? I love the tea.
Okay, so I'll give you the gist.
Okay.
Okay.
Too excited.
Dude, you were it was so excited and so innocent.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, fuck. Give me the tea.
Okay. I assume it was a man.
Okay.
They were referring to their girlfriend. I understand that could also be a girlfriend, but they also opened with, I don't have anyone else to talk to, so
probably did.
Strikes me as a man.
Yeah.
This person was communicating with their girlfriend, saying that they wanted more affection. Ooh. And the girlfriend replied that she's just not into sex anymore and that this person should go find the person he wishes she was instead of be with her. Buddy. And this person said, I just want like some cuddles, some hugs, some kisses. Like, I feel like you're capable of that. And they came to the realization that their partner's not willing to meet their needs, and that even though they love their girlfriend and they're best friends, that it's time to walk away.
Fuck, dude.
Yeah.
Hey, man.
Yeah.
Hashtag relatable.
Yeah. Oh, story time.
No.
Michael Malone.
We'll just leave it at that.
No, let's hear your story.
That's relatable, man. I've been in relationships before where I wasn't feeling like I was getting the affection or attention that I needed or wanted, and was met with just like, sorry, this is what's on the menu. And yeah, it's like that old saying, man. People will tell you who they are, and it's up to you to listen to them or not.
Yeah.
And I got a real hard time listening, you know.
Yeah, I have a hard time because I do listen and I expect you to do it. Yes, I do. I don't know. And then when you veer off the path, I go, oh, remember when you fucking lied to me?
Yeah.
You remember that, right? You remember when you lied to me?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I got the opposite problem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wait around and expect change or hope that they'll change their minds or something or come around to being different. And spoiler alert, they don't.
Here's the question. Why do you hope they change their mind?
Because I love them. And similar to that text message, it is. It's like, oh, I thought this was my person. I'm in love with them. We have such a deep connection or whatever. And but you're just not getting what you need.
Do you think it could be something like, oh, if they were to change and adapt to meet my needs, and that means I'm good enough and worthy of their love?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay. That's all. I didn't know if you were going to be honest with yourself on that one.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely it is, because it is rejection, right? You are feeling like I'm not good enough for them to want to cuddle with me. I'm not good enough. I'm not attractive enough for them to want to be intimate with me. I'm not X, Y, and Z enough for them. Even though it could be a million other things on their side. And that's kind of what makes you stay or makes me stay, is giving them the benefit of the doubt or having empathy for their situation, because I don't know. You can talk about it, but only know how much they share. And if they're not willing to share or whatever, then you're stuck kind of in that limbo of just giving them the benefit of the doubt and hoping that they come around to loving you the way you need to be loved.
And if they can't or are not willing to meet your needs, for speaking of your experience, how long do you hang around hoping that?
I don't know, 5-6 years.
No, it's true. Yeah, I've seen it.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Not too long, just half a decade.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. It's just.
That's hard.
Yeah. You got to listen when people tell you who they are.
What do you do in my instance when they tell you who you are and then they veer off and you go,
lighten the fuck up. Sorry, I didn't mean to be so harsh. I mean,
let me finish the question first.
Be more understanding.
You fucking piece of shit.
Realize that people are trying and doing their best and having more faith.
What if they're not?
Now, are they not, or are they not living up to your standards?
My standards of do what you say you're going to do?
Are they even attempting to do a little bit of that?
I don't know.
Okay, let's say they're doing 70% of what they said.
That's barely a C, my boy.
Yeah, it's a passing grade.
It's some dog shit school I wouldn't even apply to. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, I mean, well, again, that is, I think that comes down to what you are willing to put up with.
Yeah.
And if a C plus is
C minus.
C minus.
Yeah.
I caught it before we.
Yeah, you're part of the problem.
I know. But yeah, if you're okay with a C minus, then that's fine. But if you're not, if you need an A or an A plus, that's okay too.
Yeah.
But you have to have the same realization that I needed to have sooner, which is this isn't for me, and I need to find something that is for me.
Yeah, it's hard.
It's tough.
Yeah. So the person who texted us, if you're seeing this, I did reply to the text.
Nice.
I said, hey.
I said, hey. I just want that to be it. I said, hey.
I wish I had seen this sooner.
Oh, no.
That's really hard.
Yeah.
I'm sorry you're feeling that way. I hope you can find solace in being able to see the path. I think I said you're going to be okay.
What if we just started sending out Bible verses in response to people?
I mean, where would you get the Bible verses? Which family member?
I have a satanic Bible I've been reading.
Oh, interesting. What's it called? Harry Potter.
It's just called the Bible.
It's called the Old Testament.
There's some real evil shit happening there.
Yeah, that's pretty rough.
Yeah. How was therapy this week? What'd you learn?
I was really hoping we could talk about this text message some more.
Oh, no, baby.
Therapy this week was
You know
Dude,
what?
every time I go into therapy, she's like, how's your week been? I'm like, it's fine. And she just looks at me and she goes,
You know why?
why?
Because you're giving her a C-. You need to be giving her an A+ every time you're in there.
What does that even mean? What does that mean?
Help her help you.
You're just saying things. You're trying to piss me off. It's working.
How was your week? Meh.
Like, it was fine. Or she'd be like, and how did you feel about that? And I'd be like, that feels fine.
Buddy.
Yeah.
It feels fine.
I was like, that feels fine.
I'm all right.
I know she is calling me out a lot lately when she asks me like how I'm feeling, and I sit and like think. She's like, no, we're not thinking, we're feeling. How do you feel? I was like, fuck. I still struggle to name my feelings.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's hard.
I like her.
Cool. You can't have her.
I know.
I
Oh, no.
I was going to challenge you on something, although we have not talked about our therapies this week.
Oh, we have not. No,
before this recording.
We're going in blind.
Yeah, first time we've done that.
Yeah.
Usually we're like, we give a little outline and then we come in here and unpack.
Mm-hmm.
But, so I don't know. But I was going to challenge you that you are not going to like this.
I never do.
You maybe could or should consider the possibility that you have stagnated with your therapist.
Ooh, interesting.
Yeah. I've been thinking that the last couple weeks.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I have been thinking about doing different kinds of therapy on top of the talk therapy that I'm already doing. I'm really interested in parts work.
Yeah.
Hearing how much it's helped you, and then reading through the comments sometimes and seeing everybody else talk about the amazing parts work and like the benefits.
My girl just started parts work.
Everybody's doing it.
Yeah. And I tell you, it's fucking her up.
Yeah, I'm trying to get fucked up.
Yeah, it's a weird way to look at yourself.
Yeah.
Very insightful, very helpful.
Yeah, I will say this. It is I think one of the main benefits that my current therapist has with me is the reframing. She is really good with helping me in my perspective and changing it and things like that. And I think that's really beneficial for me right now. And and on top of that, I think I am getting challenged on these ideas of emotional abuse as a kid and not thinking of abuse or trauma as physical or sexual and going back through and digging through some of those emotions, which is also leads me into wanting to do more parts work or parts work in general, because I gotta get down to the fucking root.
The root
shit. The fucking
get to the root.
I gotta get in there.
It's scary in there. It's scary in the soil, let me tell you.
Yeah, I gotta have a couple root canals.
Yeah. Oh, buddy. What'd you ask me?
I asked you how therapy was this week, and you said, fine.
You're such a bitch. I shouldn't say that, because that is... I've learned that even you say you're such a bitch, people are like, why are you using a derogatory women? That's rooted in talking about women, and your mate's calling him a bitch, which means... So I shouldn't say that, I guess.
Yeah, what is the... You fuck?
Yeah, you fuck. You're such a fuck.
You know, it doesn't have the same
I know.
bite to it.
Such a bitch.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm not supposed to say that. Anyway. Therapy this week. So here's what's going on in my life.
Okay.
Not really my life. Yeah, my life.
Whose life?
All right. So my girlfriend
Okay, her life.
decided to leave her job, got a new job, signed an offer letter, gave her 3 references. They checked her 3 references. All good to go, signed a contract. And then her new job said, we do, like, I don't even remember what. They're like, we need to speak with X, like the last head of your last job.
Yeah.
And she didn't want, because the guy in that position is incredibly vindictive,
Okay.
misogynistic, not a good dude.
Allegedly.
Factually. If you're watching this, you piece of shit.
Oh my God.
Come fucking see me. This is what I talk about in therapy.
Okay.
Anyway.
These viewpoints are from Lou Paoletti and not of Secondhand Therapy as a podcast or a whole or the partnership with Michael Malone. Go on.
Now, this gentleman, this fucking cocksucker.
Allegedly.
This alleged cocksucker. There have been 3 other female employees that have left, and he has made it difficult for all 3 of them in giving poor references.
Mm-hmm.
So my girl was like, I really don't want to do it, but there's really not an alternative. They're like, we need to speak to this person.
Yeah.
And she's like, okay. So she gave it, and she's just like, they've spoken with me. They have 3 other references. I signed a contract, like whatever he can say, if he decides to be that way, hopefully they can see through it. They call him, they rescind her job offer.
Fuck.
So
yeah,
she is going through it. She's dealing with a lot of, she got royally fucked over. By a person she thought was going to do that, and she didn't have a way around it. So she's dealing with a lot of betrayal. She's dealing with feelings of powerlessness, helplessness. It's really hard. And for me, I want to cut this guy's head off of his body.
Allegedly.
No, it's a desire. I didn't do it. Not yet.
Yeah.
And that's what I was talking about in therapy is my experience seeing my partner because she's an educator, mm-hmm. and she's incredibly passionate. She loves what she does, and she does not get to be in a classroom.
Yeah.
Because of this person. And I'm going to say at her previous job, she had 0 write-ups, 0 documentation of problems. And like the new place didn't be like, hey, can we see document? Whatever. We don't even know what he said.
Yeah. And
he didn't have any right to say anything because it's all fabricated. And so seeing my girlfriend like truly heartbroken that she doesn't get to be in the classroom this upcoming year. Because this guy decided he wanted to ruin her life a little bit.
Yeah.
And seeing that has been really hard because I can be supportive. I can, tell her that, hey, like everything's going to be okay. Whatever you need, I'm here. You're not going through this alone. Like I can be supportive, but I can't make it right.
Yeah.
And I have this real feeling for a desire of vengeance. And, because what I found out therapy is because I feel helpless seeing her in this pain, and I feel helpless that I can't, like being supportive is just not,
it's not enough.
It's not enough for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I've just been doing a lot of fantasizing about having a little talk with this guy. Like, even if I don't get to hurt him, I just want to, I want to scare him. Just fuck his life up for, 6 months.
What is the benefits of that?
I feel better.
Yeah. But will you?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Seeing the fear in that man's eyes, knowing, because here's the thing, I get to go in there and be like, hey, see how upset she is? Yeah, you did that. And there's nothing I can do about it. So what happens to you now, I want you to know that you're going to feel as helpless as I feel right now. I'll see you soon. Leave it at that. Just let him stew. I think that made me feel a lot better. You don't think so?
I don't think so. And I think it's short-term feelings. I think it'll make you feel good in that moment.
Oh, he's a forecaster now.
But I don't think it's going to actually make change. He's not going to change his ways. He's not going to like make things right with her. And even if he does have any kind of apology moment to either of you, it's going to be out of the wrong emotion. It's going to be out of fear and not
I will punch
genuine,
that apology back into his mouth.
and not from a genuine place of learned lesson.
Yeah.
And that's, I think what you're after, you're not going to get from that.
What do you think I'm after?
I think you just said it. You want to make him feel as helpless as you feel right now. You want to scare
as helpless
him.
as she feels, yeah.
Yeah, and
I want him to know, because she's not the first person he's done this to.
Right.
You got the wrong
one.
one.
You want accountability.
Yeah.
That's what you want.
There it is.
But you're not going to get it with those tactics.
I think I might.
Again, the apology or anything you get from him is going to be based in fear and not from learned lessons. So the accountability is not going to be there.
I also just want to know, like, there are consequences in this world.
Right. You're not going to change hearts and minds with that.
I know.
Yeah.
But I want to. I'd like to try. I mean, I could run an experiment.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's
but you're also a very protective partner.
I'm a very protective person.
Yeah.
Yeah, for people I care about. I mean, dude, if you and I were out and some dude like gave you a hard shove, buddy.
Yeah.
Buddy boy.
It's on like Donkey Kong.
Buddy, that guy's going through 2 walls. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like that shit. I don't like people that think they can just do what they want to other people.
Yeah. Do you think you have a justice complex?
I don't think I have a justice complex. I think I have I was just scared all the time as a kid. And now that I'm not an insecure, scared of my own shadow, like, even though I think deep down I still am, like, super insecure and scared, but, like, now I have the size and the strength and, like, the intimidating look.
Yeah.
That, like, oh, you got the wrong one. And you know you got the wrong one.
Yeah.
And I feel confident about that now. That I'm just taking care of Little Louie still.
Yeah.
And I don't want anybody else to feel like Little Louie, I think.
Yeah.
But when they do, yeah, I don't like it. I don't like that.
I have a similar thing.
Yeah, make it about you.
Recycling bits now?
I watched your special, so I wanted to.
Please recycle.
Yeah.
Hey, you're such a fuck.
You're such a fuck.
You're such a Mr. Fuck. I'm going to even go even further with gender. You're a Mr. Fuck.
Sir Fuck.
You're Sir Fuck. I have a very similar thing, only it's based in appearance, because I was dismissed for being just overweight and as a kid, and so this sounds way shitty, but whatever.
Go for it.
We're in it, you know. We're in it already.
We're in it. I got a story for you after this.
Okay. I have a justice complex, or whatever you want to call it, towards very attractive females who get away with no accountability, who are able to just kind of like give pouty face and get whatever they want. Oh, I love to shut that down. That does not work on me.
Wait, doing the patty face for what? Getting away with
anything.
What? Anything.
When they're just like, oh, we went out last night and this fucking, and you're like, oh, you were supposed to get in trouble for that, or you were supposed to like, or they are shitty. It's more of this. They are shitty on purpose because they know that they can get away with it. And it's not necessarily even about them. And I'm smart enough to know that it's more about the dumb men that keep falling for it. all about that.
I have the same problem. Go ahead.
But those were the same people who were mean to me because they judged me on the way I looked. I was never good enough for them. And so when I encounter those people out in public now who want to like fucking get out of something, I'm like, oh no, that doesn't work.
Yeah.
I'd love to shut that down. Like, nope.
Yeah.
Sorry, you got the fucking wrong one.
Yeah, I do that too. I like that. I don't like it. People thinking they get away with shit. Like, dude, be accountable.
Yeah.
You piece of shit. Hey, you're being a piece of shit.
Yeah.
And you know you are.
I was just gonna
That's not an excuse.
That's not an excuse. I was thinking about it because it does sound so shitty because it is female based, but I'm thinking about it too. It is male based, but in a different way. It's not about attractiveness. It's about alpha-ness with men. Dudes that are real fucking tough and they want, oh man, that doesn't work on me.
Yeah.
Beat your fucking chest all you want.
Yeah.
Cool, dude.
Yeah.
You want to say a lot of these guys will challenge my sexuality.
Yeah, yeah, you get challenged that way.
Oh, a lot. And
I've seen your anonymous questions.
Yeah. I make it a point just to be like, yeah, I doesn't care. Yeah. Somebody recently, I won't give away any names, but I was leaving for a hike. And I was wearing like these compression tights or like the leggings because we're going out in the woods.
Under your shorts.
Yeah, I wore these leggings and then some shorts and whatever. And they were dressed in jeans and a shirt and like they had like a regular outfit on.
Yeah, because they're fucking dumb.
Yeah, and I came down.
I love feeling a breeze in denim.
Exactly. But their remark was like, "Oh, nice leggings," kind of thing, trying to call me out. And I was like, "You're the one that put an outfit together to go out in the woods." Maybe you're the gay one,
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just that where it's like, "Oh, you're not going to get me."
Yeah.
I don't.
Nice leggings. Thanks. Yeah. They hold my big fat cock in place.
Yeah. The people that think that they are so secure in these roles of like, oh, I'm a man's man. Like, I can't do this because that's gay. Or what. And you're like, oh, you're the most insecure.
Yeah.
I'm able to do these things because I'll wear these leggings fucking everywhere because I'm secure enough.
Right.
To know that like it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
And even if I was gay, who fucking cares?
Yeah. Dude, if I was gay, I'd suck the best dick. You know?
You want some practice?
No. I couldn't handle yours, dude. I'm not up to 2 hands yet. There's no way I could do a 2-hand blowjob.
I'll just do half the sub. I don't want the whole.
No, I need to start at a 6. I can't handle a foot.
Oh fuck! But yeah, man. And so yeah, when people posture themselves in that way, those were the people that were mean to me as a kid and challenged me as a kid. Yeah. And now that I'm older and more confident in myself, and now those are the people that I like being like, oh, nah, you got the wrong one.
Yeah. Good for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get it. I have a story.
Okay.
It's about a helpless time that came up to me in therapy that I hadn't thought about in a long time.
Oh, okay.
So it was my mom. She was driving, and then my sister and I were in the back seat because we were young.
Yeah.
We were I think we were in the parking lot. It was either a Walgreens or a CVS. And we went inside, and we came out, and somebody had parked, like literally, like 2 inches away from my mom's door. And so we got in the back, and my mom, there was a woman walking away from the car. My mom goes, "Excuse me, do you know is this your car?" And she didn't drive. She's like, "Yeah, that's my husband's. Let me go get him." And Mom was like, "Okay, cool, thank you." And I'm not kidding, we were waiting out there 15 minutes. And by that time, my mom just climbed over the seats and like got in, backed out. The guy comes out as we're pulling out. And he goes, "Oh, you didn't want to wait?" Now my mom just kind of gave him a finger and was like, "Wow, what a prick." And the look on this guy's face, runs to his car, gets in, starts following us.
No.
Yeah. Gets us at a red light, gets out, starts pounding on my mom's window, screaming like, "You fucking bitch, you think you're good?" Spits on the car. And my sister and I are just in the back seat, and I'm petrified.
How old are you?
5.
Okay.
6 maybe.
Fuck.
Yeah. And that came up in therapy. And my therapist goes, wow, talk about helpless. And I was like, uh-huh. And immediately started fantasizing about if that happened now. If I was with my mom and some dude came beating on the car, whoops. My guy, you picked the wrong vehicle today, didn't you? Whoops. Like, would not even hesitate to get out of that car.
That's my favorite.
Yeah. Whoops. And because I have that fantasy now of like, because my mom, she kept it cool.
Yeah.
She's like, don't do that. Don't do that. And she was just like keeping it cool. And then he spit on the car and walked away. But even now I'm just like, oh man, how satisfying would it be to bounce that guy's face off the hood of the car like 55 times, you know? And I just like immediately went into this fantasy because it was this moment where I was helpless. I was fucking petrified and I couldn't do anything about it. I felt so unsafe. I used to have nightmares of that guy coming to our house.
Really?
Like in my head, I was like, oh my, he followed us home. He knows where we live now. Yeah. And that's anxiety. But yeah.
It's interesting. Do you ever have, I'll ask this before I say this. Okay. Is it always rage that you feel when you're feeling helpless? Because every one of these stories ends up with you being like, oh, I want to hurt this person. I want to make them feel this. I want to like kill this guy. I want to beat his head off the wall. Like all this stuff is rage.
It's not rage. It's more so that I'm aware that words won't get through to them. They're not capable of empathy or understanding the wrongdoing, but they can feel physical pain. So that's what it's. I don't feel rage. I don't feel
I'm gonna
rage.
Challenge you here
Because I'm not like black. I'm not like, oh, I'm gonna fucking find. I'm just like, man, it'd be nice to really, because I can't get through to them with conversation.
Yeah.
I can't be like, dude, look what you did, and they're not gonna feel bad. They'll feel bad if I break their jaw. Like I know they'll feel that. It's more so of just like, how can I get through to this person?
like a for sure way. Like
For sure. Guaranteed they know. Guaranteed they will pick up on these consequences. You can't reason with people like that. They don't have the capability of feeling. So it doesn't feel like rage. It feels like the only way I could get them to understand.
Interesting.
I like to be clear. I've never done it.
Right.
I can very much reason myself out of these.
Yeah.
Now, had my girlfriend given me her blessing, it may have happened.
Yeah,
You want to know something I felt shame about in therapy?
Yeah.
We were talking about the car story.
Mm-hmm.
She goes, what would you have needed to feel safe? Guess what my answer was?
That guy to die.
No, my dad.
No.
Yep.
Get fucked.
Yeah. I was thinking about it. I always felt safe with my dad. No one would ever hurt me when I was with my dad. Physically. No one could ever get to me. No one could ever hurt me. Yeah, I was like, oh, if my dad had been there, he'd have handled it. Or he'd have been like, oh, everything's okay. And I would have believed him. If my mom had been like, everything's okay, I would have been like, no, it's not. Look at the...
Yeah.
Yeah. And I felt a lot of shame. Because like my dad wasn't there. My dad didn't raise me. We don't have a great relationship now. So the fact that like looking back, I was like, man, I always felt so safe with him. It felt shameful for some reason. It was real weird.
Where's the shame targeted at?
It feels like I'm idolizing him in some way. and he doesn't deserve that. He hasn't earned that. So I think there's some shame around it, and he just wasn't there. I think it's this thing of like, because he wasn't there, like there's always this thing of like when you go visit your dad because it's for 2 weeks over the summer, like it's so fun. You're with dad and da da da. Had he been around on a daily basis, it'd have been terrible.
Yeah.
But because it was always this dream scenario being with him when I was super young, I think it just got installed that way.
Yeah.
Granted, my dad's 6'4", you know.
Yeah, I was wondering
he's
if
also
it was
not to be fucked with visually.
Yeah, I was wondering if it was just a father figure in general scenario, or if it was the stature of your actual father.
I don't know.
Probably both.
But I know it was my dad. Like I know that's what I wanted.
Interesting. Yeah, and I also was wondering where the shame was targeted, just because you had mentioned like you felt bad because it was, you know, you were saying that if your dad would have mentioned it, you would have believed it if your mom didn't, you know, that kind of thing. I thought maybe it was a shame towards like not putting more faith in your mother of being able to handle herself or the situation.
But also if my mom gets out of the car, she's getting the shit kicked out of her.
Yeah.
That's, unless your mom is Ronda Rousey, like, that's just what happens. Yeah. So even if she had said, hey, if she opened the car, everything's going to be okay, I'm more scared. What is this man going to do to my mother?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. 90s mom is not.
No. Single mom with 2 kids in the back of the Grand Dam. Yeah.
Yeah, that is terrifying, man.
Yeah. It's scary.
That's a lot to unpack.
Yeah.
I wonder too if now I'm gonna not call it rage.
All right.
Can we call it violence? What do you want to describe it as? Your response to these things? Action?
Yeah, action. Taking action. That sounds positive.
Okay, yeah.
If I were to take action.
If you were to now, I'm wondering if the reason that your initial reaction is action is because of the absence of your father. And so you feel you have to be the one who's responsible to take action.
Because that's what I wanted.
Yeah. And who else? You grew up with nobody else being able to be there to do it. And so it's one of those things where it's like, fine, I'll do it myself. And, yeah.
Maybe. I don't know. I also have the realization now that, like, let's say that did happen. I'm with my mom and somebody bangs on the car and I get out and he shoots me. You know, it's like everybody has a gun now.
Yeah.
So it's also just like there are consequences now for my actions of trying to protect my mom. And like, as an adult, I can see that now. Or I get out of the car and the guy kicks the shit out of me in front of my mom. And I'm just like, I tried, you know, like, that, like I'm fully aware that there are now, I'm trying to show them consequences. And now I am open to consequences for what I'm doing. And it's this endless thing.
That's also what I was thinking about earlier when you were mentioning, like, when I said, like the goal that you want out of this is not going to happen, right?
Yeah,
him
realistically.
Changing hearts and minds, or him Apollo, any of those things, like, that's not going to happen.
Yeah.
What usually happens is it just keeps going back and forth,
right.
and you just keep trading that karma.
Yeah.
And so that's another reason not to take action.
Yeah. And my therapist, she's like, I told her about this fantasy of like just talking in the sky. And she goes, yeah. And then what if he calls the cops and the cops come to your house?
Yeah.
And I go, prove I said anything. She goes, now you're involved with the police. She's like, regardless.
Yeah.
He's like, now you have to deal with police investigating this threat. Or he brings she's like, is it worth it?
Yeah.
I mean, maybe.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's the thing. It's just you keep, like you said, it's an endless back and forth.
I also wonder if it's a dude thing, because
for sure
my first reaction is action.
Yeah.
Because I wasn't able to do it when I was younger, and I'm still probably not able to do it. You know what I mean? Let's be honest. In that scenario, I'm also getting the shit kicked out of me in front of my mother.
You're a little guy.
Yeah, a little guy.
You're a little guy.
Listen, I got a lot of fight in me, but I'm a little guy.
Yeah.
So,
Wirey.
oh yeah, bud.
Yeah.
But I'm wondering too if women feel that way, if their first reaction is action sometimes. I wonder if they ever think like, I'm gonna fucking pull this bitch's hair out, like I'm gonna snatch this girl up, or if it's just a dude thing because our ego and testosterone is going so hard that we're just like, oh, I'm gonna put his face in his lap, and that'll show him.
Yeah.
And it's like,
I think women are much more diabolical.
Yeah, they play the long game.
They're like, oh, cool, it's gonna be over when her fucking boyfriend knocks me up. You're like, what? I'll show her.
You're like, I'm gonna break this guy's nose,
and I aborted it. Now what? What do you think of that, Tracy? Yeah,
Tracy.
Oh, having trouble conceiving? Weird. I just flushed one.
Oh God, Tracy is.
That's the name I thought of.
I don't know, but I love
it. I feel like women are they're just smarter.
Yeah.
Yeah, they'll ruin your life on the internet. They got 6 emails. I'll create 6 emails. Like, women are just smarter.
Yeah.
They play the long game.
Yeah. I wonder if that's just human nature for dudes, just to be so explosive.
Sure. Yeah, for sure. Because that's how you show dominance.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, what am I going to play chess? No, I'm going to beat his fucking ass. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fucking dumb.
I don't know.
It's so dumb.
And I hate that that bravado. I can't stand it.
Yeah.
It gives me the fucking ick.
Did you ever have it?
No.
I did.
But again, it's my first reaction.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, and I've tried so hard to get rid of it. But it is just, for me.
Yeah. Just speaking for yourself now.
Yeah, it goes back to embarrassment. And that embarrassment for me, it triggers that instant, oh, you're not going to do that to me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Other emotions or other things, like I can pretty much like be pretty chill. Mm-hmm. But embarrassment for me is such a fucking trigger. And it just brings out action.
Embarrassment.
Yeah.
Interesting.
It's not embarrassment for you, it's helplessness.
Yeah.
That's your action.
Yeah.
What is that? What are those sleeper soldiers or whatever? Where they get activated? What are those called?
I don't know what you're talking about.
You've never heard of this?
A sleeper soldier?
Yeah.
No. Is this in reality or is this a TV show?
This is reality.
A sleeper soldier.
Yeah, that's where you get programmed.
Here we go. Yeah.
Let's say you get
and then what happens?
You get programmed, and then there are certain actionable words that will like snap into it, and then you just become like.
That's not real.
That is real.
That's not real. What country's soldiers is this?
The fucking U.S. of A.
Sleeper. So then you find a soldier and you go red cabbage, and then they just go, what the fuck?
Yeah. Then they do the mission that they are programmed to do when they hear the words that bring them into action.
Do you hear yourself?
I do, and I know it's real.
How do you know it's real?
I've Googled it. And there's a whole Denzel had a movie about it.
That's fucking it's not Man on Fire.
Manchurial Candidate or something.
The Manchurian Candidate?
Yeah, whatever that is. Yeah.
That's about sleeper soldiers.
That's about a sleeper soldier. Yeah.
You're dumb. That's not real.
That's real.
Buddy, you think there are people. Are they in the armed forces?
Yeah.
So what are they doing the rest of the time before you give them the little code word?
Living their life.
So they're not uniformed soldiers on a base.
I think it can go either way. I don't know. I'm not really well versed on this. What my point is...
This is making me want to take action.
My point is...
Yeah, what's your point?
Yeah, that's your trigger is helplessness. It makes you take action like a sleeper soldier. And mine's embarrassment.
Okay.